Kickoff just moments away as we've arrived at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started, and we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Washington. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Nix. Look at that power, deep left side. Ooh, and almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it, so the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does though bring up 4th down. The Jaguars in a punt formation. He loses it on the hit. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return.
You know, these returners, they walk such a fine line. You got to have bravado. You certainly got to have confidence, but you can't be reckless as that ball gets punched out with the returner trying to do too much. That almost ended up on the wrong side of the highlight reel.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. The play fake now. Willis to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The motion rise to Sloan. Here's Willis to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. Ball taken in at the 36. He dodged the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Looking this fullback now. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
A gain of 4.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Now Nix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10.
Ready, ready.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Ready.
Willis looking to throw. Next on the crosser. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set.
Toss play to Barkley. Oh, he loses the football. Picked up by the Jaguars. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done. Partner, they take it away on the fumble.
Hey, a normal old stop with their...
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
18, 5 here.
First and 10 at the 48.
Thrown on first down, Willis. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Completed to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a pocket. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Nix now to throw. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble, but it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back gets the handoff. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 3rd and 8. Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. This gets the 1st and more. Gets it to the 15. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Fields this one at the 3. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
We've set it down from the 37.
Check. Let's go. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Left.
1st down, a run with Barkley. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Willis to throw it. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Viking,
Third down from the gun. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Solid running here, that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Nick's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's got Jalen Lane. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels, not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
It's on target to Williams. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Almost set. Ready.
They'll throw again. Nix. Dialing up a receiver screen. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 14.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. finds some space. He's past the 30. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone. See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Vikings out of the hurry-up, lead everyone back to the line. Here's Willis. Sends this to the end zone. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings earn the chance to tie before halftime.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Gerson. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. His running back hauls it in deep right. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. Nix. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Jaguars are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Wilson with a return here. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Escapes the pocket. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Look at that power, deep left side. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Jaguars will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
It's Nix out of the pistol. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Nix from the gun. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. One after up and good for Myers. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Vikings 21. Jason Myers set
Here's
to
Myers
kick off.
now to handle the kickoff. Wilson with a return here. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing across midfield. Hits the 20. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. The running back gets it on the draw. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's a give inside to right. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here's Nix to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Forced out to his right. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. This a 54-yarder.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength to send that puppy through.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Ready.
Throwing on first down, Willis. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
A loss of a yard. It's 3rd down and goal.
Ready.
Putting the receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Carlson's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix. That's too far in front. shot, and it's not going to be caught. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And it sets up second down.
He was defended by Martin Emerson.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Now Nick's on third down. Short throws drops. This one's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Shoves him off. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And this one is launched downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
After the incompletion, second and 10, still from the 30.
19, Charger, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Willis to the air. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Willis now, third down. This one's quickly to Shakir. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
The Vikings, first down.
Let's go
First
now.
and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10. Here's Willis. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. He's back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
On first down, they'll run. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Nix now to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they stop him right at the line of scrimmage as Tom runs out in the quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, third and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Shakir sent in motion left. Willis looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Room to work at the 35. Through the 45. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Play fake now. Willis to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings bring it back to evens. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Nix. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Quick sling, that's Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slam. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third and long for Nix. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 4th quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. And the Vikings get it. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. And he finishes off the return partner, and just like that, gets his team 2 points.
Well, I know you, Kate, and you know me. And I think we would both sign up for this kind of track meet. One side of it scampers all the way down the field with a big play. The other side, they don't hang their head for a second. Instead, they block it, and they scamper it all the way back the other way to the first.
This makes it up to the 25. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Now, here we go. Start.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Throwing is Willis. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you can't get your hands on the ball and take it away, next best thing, knock it down. That's the job of every defender out there. And he made sure that one wasn't completed.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40.
Now,
Working quickly here.
12 yards. And the Vikings.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. You're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Captain.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Flush out now to it, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Najee Pace has got it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
60 Eagles, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Willis. Well, the president nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Keeps it on the option here. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
taken down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Empty backfield. 5 guys out wide for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he not only recovers the fumble Brunk, but he's able to get back beyond the line of scrimmage, too.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. So likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch with a whole bunch of bodies around him.
2nd and 3 now. Running behind center with right. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Looking to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slips through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here we go. Ready.
It's a designed run for Willis. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
70.
They run it with Saquon. That's going to be a win for the Vikings here today. As they get the first down, they can take the clock down to 0 now.
You look at the tendencies and the stats, Kate, fourth, and that distance, typically you see pass. Unless, of course, you got the perfect running play in your back pocket and a whole bunch of trust in the people around you.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize